So here we have the Mercedes-Benz E220 on a 14 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But from the outside you can see that it's a two-door car with alloy wheels. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. As we approach the back of the car, you can see we have reversing sensors, plenty of boot space as well, along with that 60-40 split folding rear seat should you wish to increase this space even further. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of it, you can see it's in excellent condition the whole way around. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left-hand side, we have the fuel gauge and coolant temperature gauge. We have the speedometer in the middle, and over on the right-hand side, the rev counter for the car. Also in the middle, you can see the total miles. There are 109,214. You can change the information displayed in that section by using buttons on the steering wheel. You can, for example, have a digital readout for the speedometer. Beneath that, it will show you what gear this car is in. It's an automatic, and we are, of course, in park at the moment. If we back out to the steering wheel, the buttons I was using to change this information here are just there. And we have stereo controls over on the right hand side. Behind the steering wheel we have the minus and plus paddle so that you can change gear manually with this automatic gearbox. And then over in the center we have the main screen for the car. So up on here you can access your audio, your navigation, you can pair your phone. So if we go into the navigation menu, for example, you can see nice clear color display. It's a very easy system to use ultimately. We can go back to the home screen. All of the movement that I'm making can be done using these buttons firstly, or this dial just here. So I was using a combination of both. The dial is particularly easy to use for certain things, but you have got the buttons there, and particularly if you're stationary as I am now, the buttons are probably the easier to use. When we are on the audio menu, which we are on just there, you can see that you can automatically store any kind of preset radio stations you wish to in there. We can also then pair our phone up the top here in order that we can make and receive phone calls. Working our way down, back to those buttons again, you'll also see we have the CD player. Main volume for the stereo is just there. Beneath that unit, we have a heated driver's seat with 3 heat settings, and the same for the passenger side over there as well. And then underneath that, we have the dual zone climate control. So you can adjust the passenger temperature, the driver temperature. You can increase and decrease the fan speed from on there. You can determine what direction you'd like the air to be distributed in. When you're happy with those settings, that button turns your air conditioning on. The same button again will turn it off. Or hit auto. The car will now take control of the fan speed and the direction of the air to maintain the 2 temperatures you've asked for. Any manual adjustment will override that straight away. You'll see auto has now gone off. We have a storage section just here that includes a 12-volt charging socket. We have the dial I talked about a moment ago. And then we've also got controls for the electric seats in this car as well. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at Glenbourne's. We'd love to hear from you soon.